How many of you think that it's okay to have a couple of drinks and then get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle and drive? Well, I hope the answer is none. But stick around and I will tell you about a lawyer who, in my opinion, could be doing more harm than good. Let me start by showing my support for the organization 1 in 3, which is run by a woman, Tiki Finlayson, out of Tennessee. Now, unfortunately, Tiki's son was killed by a drunk driver. I did have the pleasure of interviewing Tiki in a past podcast episode, which I will link down below so that you guys can listen to it at another time. And you can also check out the organization 1 in 3, who actually says that 1 in 3 of us will actually be affected by drunk driving. So, for this show, I dedicate it to all of those families who actually lost a loved one due to drunk driving. Now, to start, I'm going to apologize in advance because I know I may say something that someone might find offensive. So let me say this. No matter how many arrests I have made or will make during my career in law enforcement, no other arrest aggravates me more than a DWI arrest. Now, in this day and age, I still can't understand why people will still choose to get behind the wheel and drive intoxicated. You run the risk of seriously injuring someone or even worse, killing someone. Now, I recently saw a news report on how a Florida lawyer named Warren Redleak, this lawyer, and I use the term very loosely, is offering what he considers a foolproof way to get out of a DUI checkpoint. Foolproof. Now, he recommends that you not say a word to the police when you're stopped, but instead, he wants you to present what he's created called the Fair Dui Flyer. Now, this flyer, in my opinion, is in every way controversial. No, let me say what I really mean. This flyer is bullshit. This flyer is essentially giving power to a driver who's under the influence the right or somehow get through a sobriety checkpoint while they're intoxicated. Mr. Redleak, what are you thinking by offering such an instrument that can be misused? Guys, listen, as of today, this site is offering the flyer to 11 different states, and the site has over 1,200 comments on this ridiculous flyer. And most of them are asking, when can they get one for their state? Now, I actually commented not once, but twice, and left my objections to this flyer. And I actually got a message from Mr. Redleak saying that he wanted to talk to me about the flyer. So I messaged him back. I asked him for a way for me to send him a list of questions that I would be asking him on my show so we would have an opportunity to discuss with it. What happened? No response. His site also says that the flyer isn't right for everyone, but the flyer is intended for 2 groups. All right. The first group is for sober people who are at risk for a DUI arrest. Did you all hear me correctly? The first is for sober people who are at risk for a DUI arrest. What sober person is at risk for a DUI arrest? The second is for liberty activists. And if you don't know what a liberty activist is, they are someone who promotes ideas of liberty through personal responsibility and liberty of government. Now, this site also states that this flyer is not intended for drunks. Who the hell does this guy think is going to be using the flyer? A drunk. And to add injury to insult, the site also says that if you have had a small number of drinks within the past 6 hours, or you've taken any kind of medication or drug that may still be active in your system, and if you occasionally drive after 1 or 2 drinks, or after taking any kind of drugs, check this out now, including prescription and over-the-counter medications, as well as illegal drugs. then the flyer is right for you. Really? Listen, every day almost 30 people in the United States die in motor vehicle crashes that involve an alcohol impaired driver. That equals one death every 51 minutes. And this so-called flyer is going to cause these numbers to increase. If anyone thinks that this flyer is a good idea, comment below and tell me why you think it's a good idea. And if you feel, as I feel, that this flyer is a joke, comment and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Again, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and if you have Instagram, check us out there too. Remember, no one cares like we do, so show us that you care too by sharing this video when you're done, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video.